Hey, what's going on? Ryan here at Intersection Records, and we're talking about the brand new single from one of the great rock artists of this era, of this generation, the great Wolfgang Van Halen and his band, Mammoth WVH. The new single is called Like a Pastime. This follows the single he had a few weeks ago or a month ago called Another Celebration at the End of the World. This is another great song. So the song, Another Celebration at the End of the World, very guitar-centric, a couple of great solos, just mind-blowing solos in it. This one's a little bit more modern, no guitar solo, yet it still follows some traditional kind of rock things, verse, chorus, with a nice bridge. It's got this menacing kind of, I'm calling it like a beehive, thinking of a beehive that's going zan or nan or nan or nan, some sort of oscillating guitar riff that's menacing. This is all part of what's going to be his sophomore album, Mammoth II, which is going to be released on BMG on August 4th. He's recording this in the studio there at 5150, where the Van Halen albums were all done since 1984. Producer Michael Elvis Baskett, a friend and collaborator of Wolfgang, is producing this 10-track record that I cannot wait. Is Wolfgang Van Halen the most talented artist in rock right now? Not only does he write all the material, he plays all the instruments. We talked about this in the other video. I'm going to put a description of my reaction to Another Celebration at the End of the World in the description below, just because I want to link these together. Again, is Wolfgang the most talented rock artist of our times currently? You know, what other artist is not only playing all the instruments? It's one thing to be pretentious and play all the instruments on the record. This is done at a high level. You know, I was listening to this, and I know that he plays guitar and sings. The snare drum, his snare sound and his drum beats are so good. And then I'm like, well, this bass playing is great. And then it just dawned on me, like, well, he was the Van Halen's bass player for 12 years. Of course he's a great bass player. And the bass playing on this song is incredible. Here's what he says about this song. It centers around a 4/4 time signature, but with a polyrhythm on top. I was teaching my fiance what a polyrhythm is, and I stumbled upon this idea. The kick drums are accentuated. The kick drum accentuates it. It's certainly one of my favorites and a completely different vibe than anything else on the first album. You know, again, he's writing all the songs. He's playing all the instruments. Wolfgang says here that he's set out to challenge himself, to expand his sound beyond what people have already come to know from him. From the rocking opener, Right, with a question mark, to the Beatles-esque fade on closer, Better Than You, Mammoth II showcases a growth in Van Halen as a songwriter, musician, and especially as a vocalist. I agree. I don't, you know, I'm trying to listen for, you know, is there something that he should be farming out to somebody else? The guitar playing is fantastic. I think he's one of the best drummers in rock. He's certainly one of the best bass players in rock, and his voice is great. It's not passable for a great artist. It's very good. You know, when he joined Van Halen, everybody's like, well, the bass playing might be an upgrade, but the singing is going to be, you know, a decline from Michael Anthony, who's great. I love Michael Anthony. And everybody says, when they started hearing the tapes of, in the bootlegs, in the YouTube of Van Halen, they're like, well, they must be piping in vocals. No. Wolfie is a great singer with great highs, great mids. I'm floored again. This is a different track. This is definitely more modern, I guess, than the first track, which I loved. Maybe modern because it doesn't have a guitar solo that like most songs of my youth, the 80s and 70s and 80s and 90s. I think it's fantastic. Way to go, Wolfie. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're getting married. I'm a huge supporter of your music and you, and I know that you follow social media and take a lot of this personally when you get criticized by some people out there. Shame on you, criticizers and haters of Wolfgang Van Halen. He's one of the most important and best musicians on planet Earth. Peace out. Subscribe to my channel. We do shows every single day. Thanks for all the people and dozens of people that even subscribed over the last couple of days. We are taking this channel upwards and onwards. It's about loving music and about loving rock and being positive. See ya. We'll talk later.